And we are exactly 1 week away from Election Day, and election workers in Virginia are no doubt putting in some overtime. They have to process almost 150,000 voter registration records. Now, these were people who registered or updated their registration at DMV offices around the state. This is the second time that this has happened in the past month. Officials say it has to do with the DMV and the voter registration systems not talking to one another in a timely manner. Meantime, election officials say that they'll have it all sorted out by Election Day. But if you're planning to vote early, last night we asked the director of elections for Fairfax County about this issue. He says that you can still vote. You'll just have to register on site at an early voting center. Bring your documents to demonstrate that you live in the Commonwealth, and you'll vote on a provisional ballot. And that gets counted once election officials can confirm you're eligible. Now, if you haven't done so already, now's the time to go ahead and get your plans together for voting. This morning, we're verifying if your boss is required to give you time off in order to cast your ballot. Abby Lurico joining us right now to verify. So, Abby, what exactly did you find out about this one?
Hey, Larry, good morning. So we actually dug into the laws at all 50 states, plus here in the district, to find out which ones require your boss to give you time off to vote. Turns out a majority of them do, the states listed here in green. That includes paid and unpaid time off. And if you check the fine print, some states require giving advance notice or may allow an employer to designate specific voting time, or might not have to offer it if an employee has hours before or after their shift when the polls are open. Let's zoom in on the DMV. In D.C., District Code requires employers give up to 2 hours paid leave to vote, even if it's not an election in D.C. It cannot count against the employee's PTO. The law does allow an employer to request notice of that leave in advance and designate specific time when the employee can go vote. That could include during early voting days. In Maryland, the law requires employees who claim to be a registered voter up to 2 hours paid time off on Election Day to cast their ballot. That's if they don't have 2 hours time off already while the polls are open. Voters do need to be able to prove to their boss that they use that time to go vote with a form from the state election board. And finally, to the Commonwealth, Virginia has no law requiring employers give time off to vote. Election Day is not a federal holiday, though lawmakers in the past have tried to change that with a few different proposals. Okay, how about federal employees? According to the U.S. Office of Personnel Management, federal employees are given up to 4 hours administrative leave to go vote or work as poll workers or election observers, and that applies on Election Day as well as that early voting period leading up to it. Larry?
Good information, Abby. Thank you. And make sure that you turn to WUSA 9 for all things midterms. We are your source during and even after the midterm elections. Check out our voter guides for D.C., Maryland, and Virginia on our WUSA 9 mobile app. We'll also be streaming extended live coverage there on election night. Also, that'll be taking place on our streaming service, WUSA 9 Plus.